the eighth inning, and as usual, really good defense by our team tonight. So good performance. Get ready for Monday.
We'll open it up to questions for the student athletes.
Michael Cobble, WBRZ TV in Baton Rouge. Kade, we'll start with you. Obviously, last week you were super not happy with your performance, I guess. Just speaking of the grinding nature of the last two games that you played in, I guess, just where do you get that strength to kind of overcome some hiccups early and battle through there?
Yeah, I think that's part of the game, and you don't take those for granted. It's a learning lesson. And to have that experience and to learn from that outing was huge. And Coach Yeski and I kind of went through it and kind of found out what was the plan for next week to be better, and just kind of taking it all in. And that was cool, really cool moment. But just excited to win. That's all that really matters.
Adam Meeks, Baseball Kids of America. Yeah, I know it's weird seeing a kid ask you a question, but I'm going to do it. Kade, you pitched a great game today, 7 innings, and you held the Razorbacks to 1 run. I'm just curious, will we see you pitch again this tournament? Do you have any energy left after that stunning performance?
Yeah, I completely expect to pitch, and obviously that's not really up to me. It's up to Coach, but I want to pitch again, and this is a really cool moment for our team, and we'll be ready to go.
Scott Rappley with the Baton Rouge Advocate again for Kade. Kade, as a kid growing up in Louisiana, probably when you were this guy's age, you probably dreamed of this moment. How did you not let it get too big for you?
Yeah, I think just taking it all in, and that's why you come here, and really just proud of our team. And at the end of the day, that's all you need to do is win. And it doesn't matter the stat line and kind of how this paper lines up, but we won the game, and that's really all I care about.
Noah Darling, College Baseball Central. Guys, kind of building just off of that question there. Felt like a very business-like approach today for really the offense and Kade on the mound. Is that accurate, what I'm picking up on, and how do you manage that in this stage and that crowd?
Yeah, I think Coach Johnson does a really good job in preparing our team, and when you treat every game like a playoff, you get used to it. And the LSU's used to be in Omaha, and that's something that we do often. We're proud to say that, but we're meant for these kind of games, and we're excited to keep going.
Leif Skotnick, WorldBaseball.com. Kade, you faced Arkansas earlier this season. What did you take away from that and learn from that game and take into tonight?
Yeah, I take every outing with a grain of salt, and just looking to prepare for the next one. Obviously, you look back a little bit, but every week's different, and kind of how they prepare as well is different. So just continuing to live in the classroom, and that's the best part of it.
Noel Bieniek of 11.7. I have a question for Derek. You've been sitting here, a lot of people asking questions about Kade and his performance tonight. I would like your opinion on it, but specifically for you as well. A big hit against West Virginia with a very good left-hander out of the Big 12 and Griffin Kern, and then today against Zach Root, 2 huge hits against lefties throughout your freshman year. You've been great. Can you just describe kind of these big postseason moments against the left-handed pitchers you've had lately?
Yeah, Kade's been great. Super happy for him. He's a great teammate. I look up to him a lot. We played when we were younger. He's always been dominant on the mound, and he used to swing the stick pretty good too. So I'm just super happy for him. He's been great. He just does what he does, and it's just business as usual. So I'm just super happy for him. He competes his butt off, and I'm proud of him. To answer your second question, just been working in the cage. Baseball's a game of failure. Just trying my best to stay in there on the lefties, and Chief and I got to work, just keeping my shoulder in there and just try to stay on balls, and just having fun and learning from our mistakes, and just getting better every day. That's what baseball's about.
Michael Cobble, WBRZ, was today with Derek. Just the patience needed. You knew that Arkansas had some good arms. They're going to run some good arms at you. Gackle, obviously, you've seen him before, right? But just the idea to stay with it and then continue to battle and go with it the other way.
Yeah, trusting myself with 2 strikes, whether that's taking or swinging. I know with my hand-eye coordination I could be able to battle at any count. So I'm never defeated in the box, even when I go down 0-2 on two pretty ugly swings, probably my two ugliest swings of the year. But just having confidence and just sticking to my approach and knowing that he was going to go back to that pitch, staying on it.
Any more questions for student athletes? Take one more.
Whoever wants it, either player, just the idea that you could likely see them again, right? I mean, the way this thing sets up and the way college baseball is playing this year, you guys might see Arkansas again. What did you learn from tonight, about this team that maybe you didn't know?
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, we treat every game like a playoff, and we'll be ready to go. We've faced them 4 times, and I like the results of what we had, and just continue to go out there and battle. And we're not, like Coach Johnson said all the time, we're not playing Arkansas, we're playing the game. And when you take that kind of note at it, it's just another game. And I think that playoff mindset has really helped us a lot.
No, I wasn't on coach.
Kade, Derek, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, guys. Nice job, guys.
Okay, now we'll open it up to questions for Coach.
Scooter Hobbs, Lake Charles, American Press. How do you explain striking out 16 times and still, what do you have to do to overcome that and win a game?
Yeah, I've seen it before here. If there's a pitching staff that is capable of doing that to our team, it's the one we just faced. Zach Root's an All-American. Gabe Gackel is one of the best pitchers in the country. Gibbler's a lefty specialist, and Fouch throws 100 miles an hour. So that's that. And then proud of my team for fighting their way to win.
Is it a matter of taking advantage of every opportunity you might have there?
I thought we did a good job of that tonight. Again, when you're facing those caliber arms, you're not going to get a ton, maybe like you would playing in SEC ballparks where the home run's a real thing with every pitch of the game. I thought we did an excellent job of that, setting the table. Walk by Luis, walk by Derek, drag bunt single by Danny, really good at bat by Chris, really good at bat by Michael, really good at bat by Josh. And, I've coached enough games here to know that playing with a lead is really important. And I'm happy our team was able to do that tonight. And then Gabe made it tough on us. Like I said, he's one of the best pitchers in the country, electric arm. And, we got ourselves in position. Great base running play by Steven. Just a little bit of bobble in the outfield to get to second base right there. And my man over here was born to hit. And he stayed on the ball and did what he does.
Do you feel like winning this first game is more important this year than ever?
I said this the other day. Lots made of it, especially when you're playing such a great team. I didn't feel like it was a death sentence. They call it a double elimination tournament for a reason. We have very good pitching depth, as does our opponent, as does UCLA, as does Murray State, as does Arizona, as does Coastal, as does Oregon State, as does Louisville. It's the only way you get here and survive the regional format and the super regional in the season. So we were just focused on the game tonight, and we had a plan either way. Whether we're playing at 1 o'clock or 6 o'clock on Monday, we were going to have a plan for tomorrow and be ready to go. So I think anytime you make it more, you're taking your focus off of execution, and that's not what we do.
Coach, to go with Kaysen in the ninth inning there, what was sort of your thought process given that he could be a guy who can help you guys out as a starter later on in the tournament?
Yeah, I think you're playing one of the best teams in America. You're at the top of their order. Davalon, huge year. Lloyd, did he win the Golden Spikes? Have they announced that yet? But he's up for it. Maxwell's hitting in the 3-hole, had a huge homer, I think, against Tennessee. I just liked the strike zone pressure that he presents. I like the matchup, really good. And I mean, what did he throw? He threw 13 pitches, so I like his efficiency there.
Michael Poggi, KLSU Sports, right here. Just kind of, explain Derek Curiel's at-bats. They were amazing at-bats, even in a night where strikeouts were kind of coming to y'all. Explain Derek's time at the plate.
Well, I think the first at bat might have been one of the most under-noticed, most important at bats of the game, where he fell down 0-2 to Zach Root and fought his way back to walk to put him in this runner and scoring position for the first time. So that was huge. He was able to draw a walk in his second at bat, and then to stay on Gibbler. I mean, he's nasty. If I remember correctly, he hadn't had a ton of innings by the time they came to us, which was the second to last weekend of the season, and we were like, man, who is this guy? And as he said, he's deceptive. It's a tough breaking ball that he throws. He got him with the 1-strike-1. He got him to chase it, but he stayed on it and just got it elevated enough and stayed through it for a two-out, what we call golden. Two-out hits are golden with runners in scoring position, and great at bat. But I mean, I'm not surprised. Like I said, he's born to hit. His disposition, his demeanor is made for hitting with runners on base, made for playing in games like the College World Series. He'll probably play in the Major League World Series someday because he's got that it factor character.
JDVH was saying he thought the last time they played you guys that Kade struck out more batters against them that game, but he thought they made harder contact. They didn't make hard contact tonight. What did you kind of see in his stuff tonight versus when you face those guys on the 9th of May?
Yeah, I think I'd point more to him. I mean, he's got tremendous stuff. It's 4 pitches for strikes. He's never boxed into having to throw a certain way, which as a hitting coach makes it really tough to plan against him because he can always pivot, and he's got a plan for any type of hitter, left, right, power, good bat to ball type guys. And I thought he just executed, and I mean, he's such a tremendous competitor. I mean, he got us a win in a super regional game and got us through the 7th inning, and was, I'll just, for lack of a better word, irritated at his performance. And those guys are special. They don't come along very often. When you put that 4-pitch mix with that type of competitive fire, feel for what he needed to do, like he said, live in the classroom. He was right back to it, and Coach Yeski and him did a great job of making sure he was ready for today.
Hey, Jay, in the back, Corey Diaz with the USA Today Network and the Daily Advertiser. Forgive me if you've been asked this, just walked in, but were you surprised that Dave pulled Zach so soon in the game? And I guess the second part of that is, how much was your guys' offensive execution from top of the first to top of the second? How much did you feel like that sort of played into that?
Yeah, I think, he's one of the best pitchers in the country. I know he was first team All-SEC. I'm sure he was an All-American. I mean, we tried to get him. I mean, so he's really good, really good. You're talking about coaching against one of the best coaches in the history of college baseball. Like, he knows his players, and maybe he saw something that he didn't like, and he brought in a guy that's really, really good, in Gabe. And, so that's what they decided to do. As far as what we did from the first to the second, it's just about settling in here. I mean, how many people were there tonight? It's like 25,000. Awesome crowd. We tried to prepare them for that, but I'm sure, we're the visiting team. We're going up to the plate first against one of the best pitchers in the country with everything else going on. And I think it just took us an inning, 4 at-bats to kind of settle into the game.
We'll have time for one more question.
Coach, you talk about, LSU going back to playing their brand of baseball. How did you see that all come together and really just click tonight in that second inning and on?
Yeah, I think it's just the word I would use is maturity. Luis has been excellent in this postseason. I mean, one of the unsung heroes, MVPs of this thing, to do the job he's done behind the plate. Take the mature caliber at bats that he does and did right there. And then, like I said, Derek, going 0-2 to a walk right there. Danny, laying down the drag. Chris, I think it was strike 1, and then he stayed on the ball and drove it to the outfield. Michael didn't move his feet right there, and breaking ball hit him. And then Josh, is in there for a reason, and it's always this time of year, like, what you're going to get, and did exactly what we asked him to do. So I thought it was great. It was just enough, and that's okay. Here it's we focus on how we play and how we win probably more than any team in the country. We don't just sell out to that, but when you're playing this opponent, this arena, just finding a way to get it done. I'm proud of the team, and they'll have to reset and get ready to do it against another really good team.
That'll conclude our press conference. Coach, thanks for your time. We'll see you on Monday.
Thank you.
Hammond Communications will post a recording of this press conference in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at NCAA.